What's up, friends? Fellow card collectors, Card Obvious here, and today we are doing something a little different. Today I'm going to rank my top 10 favorite flagship designs of the past decade. As many of you know, there's less than a week left in 2019. Pretty soon we'll be in 2020, a whole new decade. Nothing makes you feel older than entering another decade. So, all that aside, I'm going to rank the flagship designs based on my personal opinion. Now, I'm not a graphic designer by any means, but these are just based on my favorite designs. Everybody's going to rank these different. Some people might like my worst one, which I put down as a worst one. That might be their favorite design of the past decade. But these are my opinions, and so not too long ago, Topps released images of their 2020 design, and like usual, when Topps releases their design for the next year, most people don't like it. I mean, it's just the way it is. Most people don't care for the design very much until a few years passes, and that goes for all of these sets that came out in the last decade. It always seems that when Topps says, "Oh, this is what next year's set's gonna look like," people are like, "Oh, that's ugly, that's terrible." But then a few years afterwards, they're like, "Oh, I love that design." That ties into the nostalgia thing with baseball cards. Like there's certain designs from the 80s and 90s that we all love because they, bring about that nostalgic feel, but maybe at the time you didn't like them as much. And I think the same thing goes with modern cards. When the designs come out, you may not like them as much, but then as the years pass, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that set. That set brings back memories. I like the design now. So, enough of my rambling. Let's go ahead and get into the rankings. So, my least favorite set from the past decade was 2016. Let me see if I get the focus right on these. 2016 Topps. I like to call this the Peekaboo set. Mainly because the logo was kind of like peeking out of this whole angular design here they have at the bottom corner. There's some dust on this card. Like I said, the designs, I'm not a design major anymore, so I'm not going to say a design's terrible, but from the past decade, this one here, oops, about dropped everything there. This design here is just my least favorite. It's pretty bland on the back. The front, just this whole Peekaboo logo down here, where they're kind of hiding the logo, I didn't care for that much. The whole cloud effects that they got going on in the bottom and the top corner here, pretty cool, but probably my least favorite set. Just doesn't evoke any emotion in me too much. So 2016, number 10 on the list of designs from the past decade. And then we move back a year, 2015. 2015, I really didn't care for as much. I don't mind dual color borders too much, but I just didn't like this textured type border they had on here. I liked how they did the color matching with the teams down here towards the bottom, but I didn't care for it that much. The backs are pretty much the same, kind of bland, got this texture going on, some random dots down here in the design. I just really didn't care for this design all that much, and part of it is I wasn't really collecting the year this came out, so as far as like the nostalgic feelings, which is a big part of card design, whether you like a design or not, just want to do it for you. Maybe you got back into collecting in 2015 or just started collecting in 2015 and this is your favorite set, but for me, it's not. It's lower on the list. Okay, this one might be a little bit controversial to be towards the bottom because I know a lot of people kind of love this set, but it is 2018 Topps. This is from the update, but it's the same design, of course. I call this the waterslide set, and because of this little curve thing, looks like something you would see at a water park. This one, it seems kind of bland. You can see the back of it. You should get the water slide back here as well. This is an update card, so you don't get all the stats in the back and stuff. But I just really didn't care for this set that much, design wise. I just got back into collecting in 2019, so I picked up a few of these by buying some 2018 product, but I just really don't care about the design. The whole design, it looks like the background's breaking up. I know a lot of people love this set mainly because this set has such a great rookie class with Soto and Acuna, Otani, Kingery, Hoskins. There's so many great rookies, Gleyber Torres in this set. It's such a great set as far as the rookie class, but from a design standpoint and how it makes me feel about the design, it's number 8 on my list, so down towards the bottom. I know people are out there screaming blasphemy. Okay, next up we got 2012 Topps, the bubble set. Oh yes, the bubble. Some people call it the Comet set, but 2012. I like the plain border. It's just the way I am. I do like bordered cards more than non-bordered cards. But you got this whole bubble here thing that's kind of non-symmetrical with the rest of the card. You know, the way they do the logo and the name is cool, but I just don't like the whole bubble design that much. Same thing with the back. You get the bubble up here. It looks actually pretty good on the back. I don't mind it on the back so much because it's more symmetrical. Here you got the name on the left, the number on the right. Pretty clean back though. Better backs than the other ones, but definitely not in my top 5 for the decade. So there you go right there. 2012 Topps coming in at number 7. Okay, next up we got 2010, also known as the wave set. So all the cards have this border on them that's like a curved wave. I say border, I mean the main border's squarish and all that, but you got this little design element on the side with this wave. A lot of people like this set because who were the rookies in this class? 2010. I mean, Hayward was a big. Strasburg was a rookie this year. But yeah, I find this card, you know, kind of middling. It's rounding out my bottom 5. I mean, it's not a terrible design. I do like to have an image on the back. That's one thing I do like on cards, is to have an image of the player on the back. I mean, it's not a huge thing for design for me, but as you can see, it's got that wave design on the back. Nice big logo on the back as well. But yeah, 2010 Topps coming in at number 6, the wave set. Okay, now let's move into the top 5. Number 5, 2017 Topps. So I know I said I liked bordered cards more than non-bordered cards. One thing I like about 2017 is this design down here at the bottom. I'm not a big fan of modern angular designs. I like more, you know, naturalistic, smooth curves in card design. But this one, the way they did the design with the whole perspective thing with the logo, you know, everything's kind of tilted down here at the bottom, gives it a 3-dimensional effect. It almost looks like a graphic you would see at a sporting or watching a sporting event on ESPN or whatever channel, MLB TV or whatever. You know, that whole 3-dimensional graphic they'll throw up. Looks pretty cool. It feels modern and kind of, you know, TV graphic at the same time, which I thought was pretty cool. Here's the back. The back I don't care for that much because you got this textured kind of background here, and you know, depending on, you know, for colorblind people, you know, a lot of stuff on cards like this may be hard to read. I prefer, you know, more white space with black text for readability. You know, some people can't really read light text on textured backgrounds. It's hard to read. But not for me. I'm not colorblind or anything, but just looking out for those that are. But a pretty good design here. So we're moving into the top 5. Love the perspective design at the bottom. It's really nice touch by Topps there. Really feels like a TV design. Okay, number 4. Number 4 is 2014 Topps. One thing I don't like about this is this whole tab. I call it the file folder set because this is like a whole file folder here with the team name on it. You know, this curve thing. But I love the little swoosh down here at the bottom with the name, the foil, the logo up here, full logo. You can see it. Here's the back. Swoosh looks really nice on the back. Nice clean back. Great design here. Great design on this card. 2014 Topps. Just the very naturalistic, you know, curves on it. I'm a big fan of. I didn't care too much for the file folder tab up here with the team name on it. And something similar is going on with 2020, where you got, you know, different names along the vertical and horizontal aspect of the card. So that is number 4. Number 4. Alright, moving into the top 3. Top 3. Alright, 2011. Love this design. I love the foil around the logo. I love how it says Tampa Bay Rays here. The name on this nice symmetrical curved banner, the foil printing on it, even the foil tops up here at the top. Basic white border around it. On the back you get a photo and the number in a circle on either side with the arch in between. Very symmetrical. The card is very symmetrical, very pleasing to the eye, at least to my eye. 2011, definitely top 3 designs of the decade in my opinion. Alright, number 2. And I know you're thinking to yourself, wait a second, there's something I haven't seen yet. That's right. This past year's release, 2011. People are probably like, what? This is number 2 on your list? Are you nuts? I love this. I love this design. I really do. Because as far as nostalgia inducing cards, this is number 1 on my list as far as nostalgia inducing. Mainly because it looks like 82 Tops. You know, the old hockey stick design, 82 Tops. This one doesn't have the hockey stick. It goes all the way across. A lot of people dog this because the first name is under the last name. I don't hold that back too much on them. Love the logos. Love the design. I love the stripe here on the side that curves around. The back has the same thing that curves around. It doesn't have a picture on the back, but you know, to get back into the hobby this year and for them to have a design like this that really has an element that's a throwback to an 80s design, it really does it for me. I loved this year's design. I really did. You know, and you know, with the rookie class this year, this may go down as one of the top sets of this decade, and for me it's number 2 on the list. 2019. Alright, number 1. That's right, 2013 Tops. This is by far, in my opinion, the best design of the decade. The whole baseball diamond, nice flowing naturalistic curves down here on this border. Logo, well seen. You even have these stripes down here that kind of put it back into the symmetrical box. Foil name, just great. The border matching the team color. This is a wonderful, wonderful set. On the back you got the little baseball diamond up here, which is really, really cool. Nice clean back, easily readable. Your general white border on the back with just the simple curve here. Love, love, love this design. By far my favorite design of the past decade. 2013 Tops. So I hope y'all enjoyed my little ranking video here of the best flagship designs of the decade. Let me know what you think. What's your favorite design of this past decade? You know, maybe it was 2015 Tops or 2018 Tops. Everybody's gonna have different opinions on what their favorite flagship rankings were. If you feel like it, make a video, rank them yourself. I'd love to see how everybody else ranks them and your thoughts of why you rank them that way. I had a lot of fun thinking about ranking these. They were actually kind of hard to rank. I almost wanted to put 2010 ahead just because it's the oldest one and you got that nostalgic feel. But yeah, I'd love to hear your opinions on it. What do you think, and what do you like the most? So I really appreciate y'all watching. I will be going live tonight for our group break, so definitely stop in, say hi if you got the time tonight. I'll be doing that at 7:30 Eastern time tonight. So appreciate it, y'all. This is the Card Obvious. Remember, you can only control your thoughts and your actions. So stay positive, keep ripping them packs, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.